beautiful day, and that's the struggle that's going on. He's trying to focus on learning how to be a soldier, but he's a good man, and he should be doing other things.
Mi nombre es Alexander Ciudad, tengo 19 años y soy de Cuba. Estoy en este momento en el 12 grado. I'm from Cuba, and I was born and raised down there in Havana for 15 years.
The ESOL program is a program that was established to make sure that students coming from different countries and enrolling in our schools have the opportunity to be academically successful. And we provide resources to them and in order to help them academically because of the language barrier. When students enroll in any of our district schools, parents have to complete an enrollment form. On the enrollment form, there is a home language survey which asks about any other language that might be spoken at home. When Alex first arrived here, he came to us and did not speak the English language. So of course, when the assessment was given to him, he was a level 1, which means that English language is very limited, or it's not there.
I knew it was gonna be different, totally different. It was, I was gonna experience, another culture, another way of living, things like that. And I was just wondering if I was gonna get used to it or not, And it was hard. Yeah, it was hard. My first day, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the language. I was just isolated, myself, and my things. Yeah, the English barrier. It was hard. Yeah, because I wanted to communicate and talk to people and say what I thought, and things like that. And I just couldn't. So it was frustrating, I was frustrated. And yeah, it wasn't easy. The English barrier and just not knowing anyone,
He came to us during the second semester of 9th grade, and that was the year that he struggled because of the language. His 10th grade year, it was a little better. He was starting to pick up the language, and he was working hard, like I said, participating in the after-school program. He had participated in our summer program, and he picked up the language very quickly. Then through his junior year, his grades just demonstrated that he had those flying colors, and he did very well. And now he was able to pull straight A's, and that just demonstrated that he had the language, he had mastered the language, not just socially but academically as well. And now his senior year, he's on his own.
When I first, started getting it, it was making sense to me, in my head. I was like, well, I understand this, wow, it makes sense now to me. I'm able to put things together and talk, right? From the beginning, I was able to understand better that I could speak. Today too, I understand better. And yeah, I felt good. It was, making sense to me, and I was able to put things together and talk to people. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
He was able to exit the program this fall. So he was in the program from January 2011 to the fall of 2013.
They helped me a lot, but I think I really wanted it, I put all my efforts on learning the language, and it's not easy to describe that. It's a lot. Them helping me, me just, keep going every day. I mean, it wasn't easy.
He was nominated for the Exchange Club Student of the Month for March, and then he was nominated as Exchange Student of the Year, and that just to me proved that anything is possible. If you have the dedication and the will, anything is possible, and there are no excuses. If you want to be successful, there's a way. You can do it.
It is a great program, It gave me support, Miss Peña and the other people, the teachers. They gave me big time support. But that's that's not it, you know. There's more to it. It comes down to you, you know, as an individual. You gotta want it from the inside, from your heart, you know. It's not something they're just gonna give it to you and you're just gonna get it, you know. You have to do it.
I'm very proud of him. I know it's not easy. It's not something, you know, I don't know that I'd be able to go to a different country and say, I'm going to learn the language and I'm going to become part of that culture. It's difficult, especially when you leave everything behind, when you leave your family, your friends, everything that you've known for years, and then you come to a new country. So I'm extremely proud of him because he really has come a long way. And yes, he did. He was in the ESOL program and he received assistance from the program, and there were resources that he was able to use. But all in all, it was him. There was a lot of initiative within him that allowed him to be successful. So based on the way he is and the attitude that he has, I can tell that he will be very successful in the future. And I know he wants to go to college and he wants to major in international business. So I can see him doing that, and I can see him being successful in accomplishing that goal and many others.
My name is Alex, and I'm 19 years old. I'm the class of 2014, and I intend to go to college in Miami to Johnson & Wells.
Yeah, this is right up there. This is class word. This is questions. Hey, how come you guys aren't doing anything?